Hi friends, I'm Katie Brinkley and you're listening to a Rocky Mountain Marketing Quickcast. These bite-sized episodes are released every Thursday and are going to give you the latest news and tips in the world of social media that are happening right now. Let's dive into today's Quickcast episode. It feels like Instagram is always changing things up on us. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's Rocky Mountain Marketing Quickcast episode. So I want to just share a little story about my experience with Instagram. And I'm sure many of you are going to be able to relate to it. So about a year ago, I was feeling pretty good about my Instagram game. I had finally managed to get into a groove. My engagement was growing. I was starting to see a ton of results and leads and conversions for my business. And then almost overnight, Instagram continues to roll out these updates and these algorithm changes. My Reels reach dropped dramatically. Engagement went down. And I felt like I was back at square one. Now, for those of you that are regular listeners of the podcast and follow me on social media, you know that I'm constantly saying, don't buy followers, slow and steady wins the race. But here I was looking at my Instagram account saying, man, no one's going to believe that I have this many followers when I'm only getting this many likes. And I think that we all can say, if we have less than 100,000 followers, as many likes and engagements and comments that we can get, we're ecstatic over. And I spent a lot of time figuring out, well, man, is it worth for me to be on Instagram still? I'm not seeing the kind of results that I was. And when I'm doing Reels, I'm only getting 500 views. That's 6,500 followers that aren't even being shown my Reel. And for those of you that listen to the podcast regularly, you know how I struggle with doing Reels anyway. So should I even be spending my time on this platform? And I wanted to actually talk about that today as the Instagram algorithm, it's constantly changing. And it really is a set of different processes that Instagram uses and is tailored for each user. So I spend a lot of time engaging with carousels. Instagram knows, oh, here comes Katie Brinkley. She loves a good old-fashioned carousel post. I know this post is from 2 days ago. Let's go ahead and show it to her because she's going to swipe through it and spend a lot more time on the platform by engaging with this carousel post. And my feed is going to be different than yours, which is different from, your husband's or your partner's or your best friends. All of us have a different feed, and it's based on the algorithm that we create. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about the algorithm because there isn't just one, and there's separate algorithms for every user and for all the different ways that you show up on Instagram, whether it be through Reels, Stories, the feed, the Explore page, all of these have a different algorithm. And I'm going to talk about how we're seeing the algorithms work in 2023 and what signals they use to rank different posts so that you have a better understanding of how to succeed on Instagram. I'm going to start with Reels. Reels number one here. And Reels, that used to be the way that we would get the reach. All of us were hoping for that one viral reel, right? Oh, if I have one reel that hits 10, 20, 30,000 views, that's going to be amazing. And Reels is that entertainment focus side of Instagram. It prioritizes the funny, the inspiring, the entertaining, and the trending videos. And the algorithm for Reels considers user engagement, interaction history, content quality, and the popularity of the person who posted the reel. Now, if you've been posting a lot of Reels and all of a sudden you might have noticed that your Reels have dropped. The amount of views have dropped. The amount of engagement has dropped. I've seen it happen to my own account. And it's because Instagram is going back to being mostly what Instagram was known for, a photo-based platform. the Instagram feed. And even though the feed is where we started with Instagram, the feed is the place where people want to see content from those that they are closest to. The algorithm for feed and stories considers the content itself, who posted it, the user activity, and again, the interaction history. Now, we all want to show up on the Explore page. So with the Instagram Explore page, this is an algorithm that's tailored to each user. It's based on their past interactions, the preferences of other users with similar interests, and the top signals for the Explore page include the content itself, the user activity, and the popularity of the account that posted it. I want to just talk about that's what the algorithm looks at. And if you want to succeed in all of these different algorithms, whether it be through the feed, through Reels, or through the Explore page, you need to avoid these things. So in Reels, you need to avoid low resolution or watermarked videos. What do I mean? So if you are taking a Zoom call and repurposing it for a Reel, it doesn't have the highest resolution unless you're using like a Canon M50 or a 4K camera or something. Your Zoom videos aren't going to have as high of a resolution as the back of your phone. These cameras here have some of the best resolution. And notice that I said the back of your phone, not the forward-facing camera. Use the best resolution possible so that you can succeed in the algorithm. You're also going to want to avoid watermarked videos. So if you've used something on TikTok or Facebook or even reposting something from Instagram, if it has that watermark on there, it's going to get dinged and pushed down in the algorithm. You also are going to want to avoid Reels that have no audio. Reels are meant to be listened to. You want to have the opportunity to hear what someone is saying or the music or the trending sound that goes along with it. You're also going to want to avoid political content. As a saying, unless you are a politician or you're just posting, anytime you're using social media for business, I would avoid political content of all types because it is very polarizing and there's no need to potentially eliminate potential leads or clients and customers with political content. And then obviously violating Instagram's community guidelines. Number 2, if you want to increase your chances of showing up for more reach and impressions with your audience for the feed, you are going to want to avoid things in the feed post. Whew, that was tough for me to get out. You want to avoid posting too often. Yeah, posting too often hurts you in the feed. If you're posting a couple times a day, you're competing with yourself in the algorithm. Now, for someone like me, I've been preaching to post less. I feel like I've been up on this on this box preaching it out here to anyone that'll listen for a while now. But post less, post more quality content, show up less, and spend more time engaging with your audience. So if you post multiple times a day, you are competing with yourself in the algorithm. So post once a day, max. I post 3 times a week. So just show up a couple times and it will help you. You're also, again, violating Instagram's community guidelines. If you don't know what they are, just go to the help section on your Instagram account. And then also posting misinformation. So if something might be funny, but it's not true, they don't want you sharing lies on these platforms. And also, I'm going to share something too. Don't say words like shoot or the reason I say that is because I said once, shoot me a DM, and I got banned from Facebook for about 4 days because I said the word shoot on social media. So again, be very careful with the words that you use and think about that when you are creating these posts and these reels. And if you want to show up in the Explore, you need to avoid sharing potentially sensitive content. I'm talking about, again, political content, things that might be some people might think is gross or all of the things that you're like, oh, is this smart to share? If you have to ask that question, you probably shouldn't share it, and you're probably not going to show up in the Explore feed, and this is going to hurt your chances in these algorithms. Now that you know what to avoid, the different algorithms on Instagram, how can you maximize your chances of using the Instagram algorithm to your advantage? So you need to come up with a content strategy that gives the Instagram algorithm exactly what it wants. And the biggest way to do this is by showing up a variety of ways on the platform every week. And when you notice that your Instagram engagement is down, it's probably because you are not utilizing all the different tools and ways of showing up on this platform. So, biggest tip number one, I'm going to go through all these tips, but tip number one is to post consistently. And you need to have a focus on video. Remember, the feed algorithm won't show too many posts from one account in a row. So you have to make sure that you show up consistently on the platform, show up a variety of ways. I post one reel a week, and I try to do one Facebook Live a month. I'm also adding to my stories daily. This is a variety of ways to show up because everyone consumes content differently. And you'll want to experiment with the different mix of showing up on the platform. For example, carousels for me, I get more reach and engagement on a carousel post than I do on my reels. So I use my carousel posts to really be high valuable content that people are going to want to share and linger on the content for even longer and engage with it. Carousels are a great way to give that high value content to your audience. Number two, you have to have a caption that has keywords and hashtags in it. And I know this is going to bring up the whole hashtag headache conversation again, but hashtags are searchable. They're a great way to be found, and using those really niche hashtags will help your content live on Instagram even longer. And I'm going to focus back on the captions here really quick. So with captions, you want to make sure it is as compelling as it possibly can be. You want to have natural keywords. So in terms that are going to help your searchers find your post. So for me, I work with a lot of entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, consultants, like business coaches, a lot of people that need to show up as the face of their brand. And so when I'm writing my captions, I make sure that I use these words in there, not necessarily awkwardly like, hello, fellow entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business coach. I mean, that doesn't read normal. But if I'm going to write a caption and say, one of the biggest mistakes I made as an entrepreneur when I first started my business as a social media coach was, so I put social media coach. That's what I do. Entrepreneur, that's who I work with. All of this is keywords that are going to help you be found through social media. Number three, you're going to want to engage with your audience. I don't want to stress how important engagement is, especially on Instagram. LinkedIn, it is also very important, but on Instagram, you have to be willing to drive conversations, ask questions, leave a quality call to action in your post. Tagging a friend that would share, that's a great way to get more people seen on your content. Asking questions in stories and using story stickers. There's a variety of ways to drive up engagement. You have to be willing to use engagement to your advantage on Instagram. So that's a lot, right? It seems like Instagram is always changing, and you might have said, all right, I'm ready to throw in the towel. This seems like a lot of work. With all the algorithm changes, messing with your content and reach, whether it's struggling to keep up with all the new features, feeling like the content creation has completely taken over your life, and not seeing the impact that you hoped for your business. I can't tell you how stressed it makes me when I see all I did was post a reel a day and I, made $100,000 this month. Nobody likes seeing that because that's not the common way of using Instagram. That's a diamond in the rough. It's extremely frustrating. And that's where the Instagram blueprint comes in. So what exactly is the Instagram blueprint? It is a 4-week training that I've put together specifically for coaches, consultants, entrepreneurs, and realtors who are looking to level up their Instagram game. The goal of this is to allow you to take that step back from social media while really taking that step into your authority in your industry, to boost your Instagram presence and really to make a real impact on your business, and more importantly, build out your community, all while giving you the time to grow your business and enjoy the summer with your loved ones. I mean, holy cow, summer is going to be here soon. I can't believe that we are already halfway at the time of this recording. We are mid-spring, and I can't believe that my kids only have another month of school. And if you want to have more time to focus on your business without trying to worry about the social media and having to post all the time, and now I was told all I have to do is, show up. I spend about 10 hours a week doing social media. That's too much. That's too much. It's more than I spend on social media, and I have a social media business. So I want to give you the keys to the success that I've seen on social media using the strategies that I've used over the past 3 years. And the best part, it's designed to give you all of the results in just 4 weeks, so you have a solid strategy in place before summer rolls around. So I just want to talk quickly about the 4-week journey. The first week is going to be all about optimizing your Instagram presence. We're going to be covering how to craft a compelling bio, how to optimize your profile, implementing effective hashtag strategies, and leveraging Instagram features like stories for better visibility. Week 2, we'll tackle planning a balanced content mix, scheduling content for optimal posting times, and utilizing content themes and series to maintain engagement. Week 3 is all about understanding your target audience. Who are you talking to? Who are you crafting your social media posts for? We're going to talk about how to create engaging visuals and captions and developing a consistent brand voice and aesthetic. We're also going to dive into Instagram Reels and Instagram Live. And week 4, we will be discussing engaging genuinely with your audience, using stories and DMs for deeper conversations, and how to build those power partners, how to find people that you can collaborate with and grow with. So why go through this 4-week training? Here are some of the benefits that you can expect. You're going to have more time to spend outdoors with your family and friends during the summer. Your strategy will be in place, and you won't be glued to your phone. I work in social media, and I am telling you to spend less time on social media. Enjoy being with the people that you're with. Use social media as that tool for growth for your business, and you can use it for ways of connecting and finding new power partners and networking opportunities when you use it strategically. You're going to reduce stress and frustration with the platform. You're going to have a clear plan of action. And number 3, you're going to have increased engagement and impact on Instagram. You'll be reaching the right people with the right content and building genuine connections. To sum it up, the Instagram algorithm is a crucial factor in your success on the platform. By understanding how to use the platform to rank your posts, you'll be better equipped to create content that resonates with your audience and gets the visibility that it deserves. And remember that the Organic Instagram Blueprint is designed to help you navigate all of these algorithms effectively and build a solid Instagram strategy in just 4 weeks. So let's get started and make the most out of the Instagram platform before summer arrives, allowing you to spend more time outdoors with your friends and family, less time worrying about what to post on social media. If you're interested in checking out the Organic Instagram Blueprint, visit katiebrinkley.com/organic blueprint. I hope you'll join me and in this group coaching format. It starts in May, and you can sign up and learn all about it if you go to katiebrinkley.com/blueprint. Thanks so much for listening to this week's episode of Rocky Mountain Marketing. Make sure to subscribe so that you can continue navigating the world of entrepreneurship. And I'd love to hear from you. Please leave the show a review and connect with me on social media. You can find me on Instagram at @IamKatieBrinkley or connect with me on LinkedIn. And if you're ready to start making some sales on social media, be sure to grab my free guide to selling in the DMs without being spammy. You can get that at katiebrinkley.com. Let's keep taking your marketing to all new heights.